We're going to be looking at the free fileable forms for somebody with income over $66,000. This is the must-know math on how to do your taxes yourself. It does the math. It offers online basic guidance. You must have your prior year tax return. State tax prep is not available, and before starting, please visit their fileable forms user guide. So what do you need to know about the fileable forms? Before you get started, the program operates from the beginning of each filing season through mid-October, usually October 15th each year. The filing season will extend beyond October 15th if October 15th is on a Saturday or Sunday. If your tax return is rejected at the end of the filing season, you have 5 days to correct any errors and resubmit your return. If you cannot correct the errors in your return, just print and mail it in. On all accounts, the tax return information is erased after the 5-day correction period, usually October 20th. After the correction period has expired, you'll lose the access to your account. So therefore, it's important that you print a copy of your tax return before the program ends for the year. So 1, you're going to want to review the forms and limitations page. 2, check the computer requirements. And 3, familiarize yourself with the self-help web pages. Some of the things that you'll need to have on hand is your Social Security number for anyone who's involved with the tax return, so that's yourself and any dependents, birth dates for all persons on your return, and adjusted gross income from the prior year, and a valid email address. When it comes to creating your account, you're going to want to select Start Fileable Forms Now from the Free File landing page. Once at the Free File Fileable Forms landing page, select Start Free File Fileable Forms. Even if you use this program in previous years, if you have not created an account for the current tax year, you're going to need to create an account for this year. So complete all of the required information and select Create Account. Your user ID requires a minimum of 4 visible keyboard entries, and it can't have any spaces or commas. The green check will indicate if it is not already stored in the database. Extreme care should be taken and must be taken when entering your email address and phone number. If you make any errors entering the information, you might not be able to recover your account information, and you should receive a confirmation email after that from customer service at freefilefileableforms.com. Once you get in, you're going to want to select your main form. So you're going to make your main form selection, which will be the Form 1040, Form 1040A, or Form 1040EZ, and you'll see a brief description of each main form and who should use them, what's available at the time selection. If you select the wrong main form, when you switch to the other main form, it will erase all of your tax information. So be careful when picking. Make sure you're picking the right form. Some of the types of information areas on the form is, there's manual entry fields, drop-down menu fields, and calculated fields. So a manual entry field will be a blue box will surround that area, and a blinking vertical line will appear. So you'll be able to see that based on the blue box. For the drop-down menu, there'll be a downward triangle or an indicator pointing downwards. Those will be used for limited selections. And calculated fields are areas where you calculate when you enter the required information in other parts of the return, and then you'll select Do the Math. A good way to check is if, check the math is by doing a line-by-line calculation. You cannot override a calculated field unless you change the data used to make the calculation. You can't, some of the calculated field information may come from a completed field on another form you've added. And also, calculated fields sometimes require you to enter something into the additional information areas before they will calculate. Some of the various buttons that you'll see will be 1, File and Extension, Help, IRS Publications, Interactive Tax Law Assistant, Update Your Account, Sign Out, Save, Print Return, Add/View Forms, Start Over, Check e-file status, Fax, Instruction for this form, Do the Math, and Delete this form, Print this form, and Done with this form. So a lot of those buttons are pretty self-explanatory, but they serve as a useful guide to help you when you're going through the different forms. So really the first step is something you're going to do is you're going to want to add the right forms that you need. You are also able to delete forms, any forms that you improperly put on that you do not need. Part 3 is you're going to want to verify your identity And then the next part is you're going to sign the form. Of course, then you want to review your return and then print it so that you have your own copy of the return. I should be posting some information in the description with regards to the useful information that you can get from the IRS website to learn more and to look at it for yourself.